Hello, firm. Welcome back. This is James, the decomposer and the synthesizer of math and science tutor once again. But for two, I would like us today to focus on how to simplify, on how to simplify exponential expressions. Basically, I'm not gonna do like too many problems. I just wanna do like just two at least, just you can see how we do them. Please, Buffet, don't forget to subscribe, to comment, to like, Buffet, to comment, Buffet, to share any suggestion. If you got any questions that you might be struggling with, any Buffet, from any question paper that you feel like I should do, Buffet, to tell me, Buffet. Okay, I love you guys. Stay blessed. Okay, let's check, Buffet. So imagine if you are having this kind of a problem, Buffet. How would you do this one? Like think like how would you do this one? If they say simplify, and then you have 4 to the power n plus 1 times a to the power 2n minus 3 divide by 16 all to the power 2n minus 1. How are you going to do that type of a problem? How? Check this one, Buffet. Check this one. For you to be able to do this, you must be able to know this. If you have 8 is to 6, this is the same as 8 divided by 6, right? So they will say to you, write 8 is to 6 in the simplest ratio. To write this in the simplest ratio, of which is simply doing what? Writing this into finding the highest common factor and checking the number that goes into 8 into 6, and you write, let me show you basically. So this is what it happens. So the highest common factor is going to be 2. So 2 is the one that goes into 8 4 times, goes into 6 3 times. So to write this in the simplest form is going to be what? 4 is to 3. That is the simplest form. So what is my goal of showing you this? My goal of showing this is that even if we have these bigger numbers that are here, having these exponents, we can also change them into simplest form. How so? Let me show you. Then now, if I have, let me just say 9. How can I change 9 into exponential form? Please, those who have calculators, just take your calculator right now, okay? Just to take your calculator right now. So you're going to press your calculator. You're going to press 9. You press 9, right? And then equals to it. After that, you press shift. You press shift and then you press fact. So basically you're going to press 9 and then you say equals to, and then you press shift fact. Then it's going to give you something like this, 3 squared. So basically I changed 9 into its own exponential, or its own simplest form as an exponential form, like 3 to the power 2, which is the same as what? 3 times 3. We know it's going to give us 9. So this is the goal. If you want to be able to simplify this type of problems, you must be able to change these bigger numbers into its own simplest form, like exponential form like this, right? So if you can be able to do that, guys, you are good to go. Believe me, trust God. Okay, let's do it. Then, so I'm gonna change this one. Since it's 4, it's the same as 2 squared. I know if you have actually applied my procedure, you're gonna see that the 4 can be changed into like 2 squared, because 2 squared is the same as 2 times 2, which is 2 squared, which is the same as what? As 4. I'm just trying to show you guys it's easy for you guys to can do it, like as long as you know how to use the calculator like that, not for you not to struggle, because it's not everyone who can do it. Yeah, so just use a calculator just in case, for your backup, for your own backup. Okay, now where I see 4, I put 2. I'm gonna put 2x squared. So this 4 was to the power, was to the power what? N plus 1. Remember, 4 is the base, n plus 1 is the exponent. So I'm gonna say all to the power n plus 1. Then I'm having 8 to the power 2n minus 3. Can I change 8? Yes, use the calculator, you'll see. I'm gonna have times what? 2 cubed all to the power 2n minus 3. So 2 cubed is the same as 8. Why? Because 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. So if you add 2's 3 times, they will give you 8. Alright. Then and 8 was to the power 2n minus 3, which is what I've done there. Then I can divide all of that by what? Then I need to change 16, which is the same as 2 to the power 4 all to the power 2n minus 1. Even if you try to do that, guys, you will see it's going to give you that. So if you multiply 2 4 times, it's going to give you 16. Or you add 2 4 times, it's going to give you that. So 2 plus 2 is 4. Plus 2 is 8. Plus 2. What did I say? Yeah, basically, you multiply 2 4 times. You multiply 2 4 times. So it's basically going to give you 8. Yeah, and if you add 2 3 times, like 2 plus 2 is 4. Plus 2 is going to give you 6. So I'm wrong when I said add it 3 times. Ne? Don't add it 3 times. Just multiply 2 3 times and multiply 2 4 times so that it can give you all these numbers. My bad for that, right? Yeah, the mind sometimes will react very fast like a speed of light. Okay, let's continue. Then from there, what we do? We're gonna apply a beautiful law of it, a beautiful, amazing law called a law of James of exponents of distribution. Let's check it out. It says if you have James to the power m all to the power n, this is the same as James to the power m times n. How am I going to apply that law of James of exponents of distribution? So basically what happens is that if you have James as your base and m as the exponent and it all to the power n, that exponent that is outside of the bracket must multiply the exponent that is inside the bracket, that exponent that is on top of the base. The exponent doesn't multiply the base, but it only multiplies the exponents of the base. Okay, so now let's continue. Let me apply that law right now. So you see that I multiplied m by n here, right? So let me also apply it here. The exponent is 2, it's 3, it's 4. So meaning I can apply the law of exponents of James of what? Of distribution, right? So check it out. I'm gonna say 2 to the power 2n plus 2. So where is this thing coming from? Remember, you have 2 into n plus 1. This is the same as 2 times n is 2n. 2 times 1 plus 2. I distribute like this. Okay, then this is my answer of it. All right, I hope that was helpful. Then now what we do, we're going to go to this part. And remember, guys, I'm going to say times. This dot that you see, the dot, guys, that you see here, they represent multiplication. So is this thing is the same as times. All right, it's the same as times. So I can put the dot there. Okay, then now let's do this one, the part. Yeah, it's going to be 2. 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times that one minus 9. Those that do not understand, 3 into 2n minus 3. We are applying that law of distribution of James of exponents. 3 times 2, it's what? It's 6. There is a 1 here behind. Okay, 1 times n is going to give you n. Anything times 1 is anything. So let's try to make up a song. So 1 times James is James. 1 times you is you. Hey, why Torana? Hey, why Torana? I say 1 times 1 is James. 1 times you is you. So 1 times anything is anything. Why Torana? You get it. Okay. So now let's see. 3 times 2 is going to give us 6n. 3 times, remember, positive times negative is negative. So 3 times 3 is going to give you 9. That's how I got it, Buffett. That's how I got it. I hope that was very, very much helpful for you guys. All right. Now let's see now. Let's go to the one that is below. And now we have this one. We apply the same procedure. So it's going to be 4 into 2n minus 1. Okay. 4 times 2 is going to give us 8n. 4 times that one, minus 4. How did I get it? 4 times 2 is 8. 1 times n is n. Remember, 1 times anything is anything. Okay. Then in 4, which is positive, multiply by the negative is negative. And 4 times 1 is 4. Alright. Then now, meaning I'm going to have what? 2 to the power 4. No, sorry. 2 to the power 8n minus 4. Because I've distributed the what? The exponent there using this law of exponents of James of distribution. You get it? Glory be to God. Okay, to some people this might look like this is Jesus and the M is could be Marcia, could be Martin, could be um Melo, could be any Mahalwa, you know what I mean? So Jesus is the base and you are the exponent. So Jesus uplifts you. Hallelujah. Glory be to God. Jesus uplifts you. The Bible says that humble yourselves by the side of the Lord and he will lift you up. So Jesus is the base and you are the exponent and he's uplifting you. Glory be to God. As bonge, let's continue, Buffett. Then now what happens is that we need to what now? We need to check the like terms of these exponents, right? And apply the basics of the laws of exponents when we have exponents of the same base, when they're being multiplied and when they're being divided. What do we do? So that is what we're going to apply on our next step. Okay, so can I get rid of this so that I can have enough space? Please allow me. Okay, thank you. Then from there, check. Yeah, I can also remove this one. Okay, so now guys, on my next step, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna apply the law of exponents of James. It says that if I multiply James to the power m times James to the power n, this is the same as James to the power m plus n. So what does it say? It says that if I multiply the exponents, my m and n, of the same base James, then I keep my base, which is James, then I add my exponents. Can I do that? Can you see something that looks the same as this one? If that's the case, guys, let's do it together. Then I'm gonna see, I see that this is the multiplication, these are my bases that are the same, and these are my exponents that are being multiplied of the same base. So can I keep my base 2? Thank you. Then I'm gonna say 2n plus 2, I add it with this one, plus 6n minus 9. Okay, let's continue. Then all divide by this one because we didn't use it, right? Which is the same as what? 8n minus 4. Now, someone in his mind or in their mind, they're like, I can basically do this. I mean, Mina on the next step, you know what I was going to do? I was just going to take this one and just work it out all together. Yeah, you are still okay. I'm just trying to take those that don't really get it well, like you do, step by step. Step by step. Hey, we go step by step. Okay, so let's check it out. Then now what happens is that I can add, right? So 2n plus 6n is going to give me 2 to the power 8n. The like terms, basically, they have something called like terms, Bafetu. Like terms are the terms that are the same. Similar variables, similar numbers. So you can see these 2 and these 6, they all have the same thing, that is something that is in common. Something that is the same, which is nn. That is why we get 8n, okay? Good stuff. And these 2 and this minus 9, they all have something in common. They are constant. They don't have letters within them. So that is a good stuff. So what is 2 minus 9? Basically, it's going to give you minus 7. I'll divide by 2 to the power 8n minus 4. Okay, so I can get rid of this one here for my for me to have enough space. Okay, then from there I can apply another law of exponents. Yeah, of James. It says that if we have James to the power m, all divided by James to the power n, this is the same as James to the power m minus n. So what is happening there? So basically this law of James of exponents, it says that if we divide exponents of the same base, I'm going to keep my base and subtract my exponents. So when we multiply the exponents of the same base, we keep the base and we add. When we divide, we keep the base, we subtract. We minus, we take away. So the exponent that is below the division line, when it goes above, it becomes negative. If it was negative, when it goes above, it becomes positive. So it only changes the sign. All right. Let me apply this law so that you guys can see. So I'm having 2 to the power 8n minus 7. Remember, this is the 2 is the base. I get. So I'm going to take this one, they go above. So 8, when it goes above, it becomes minus 8n. This is negative 4. When it goes above, it becomes what? Positive 4. Then what happens? These are the like terms, they cancel out. So I'm going to have what? 0. I'm going to have 2 to the power 0. Minus 7 plus 4, minus 3. So this is the same as what? 2 to the power minus 3. The question is, are you done? No. Don't be too confident to the point that you leave your answer like that and then you leave. They said simplify completely, right? So don't leave your answers in negative form. That's why the Bible says, do not go to sleep while you are angry and all that, make peace with anyone that and all that, because it's going to help you at the end of the day, okay? Because you don't know what another day may bring or an hour may bring, so always make sure that you try to find peace. Always make sure that you try not to take things too personal, okay? To conserve your peace and your joy and your happiness. Stay blessed, guys. Let's check it out. What is my goal? My goal is to let you know, guys, that as much as numbers don't like to stay negative, don't stay negative. Stay positive, because now if you leave it like this, you're going to be penalized for that, because your answer is supposed to be in a positive form. So let me change this. So again, let's call Mr. James again. So Mr. James, if we have James to the power minus m, how can we write this? How can we write him in a positive form? So we're gonna make him to, because look, he's above. So let's take him below. Let's take him below. If you have pride, we just put you under. We humble you a bit so that you can learn, So now what happens is gonna be having 1 over j to the power m. So if it was 2 to the power minus 1, this is the same as 1 over 2 to the power 1. If it was 4 to the power minus 3, this is the same as 1 over 4 to the power 3. That's how you change them. So I'm going to change this one like that, which it's going to give us what? 1 over 2 cubed. Can I leave my answer like that? No, don't leave your answer like that, because you can still simplify it. Someone already knows that 2 cubed is something. Let me write it nicely. Someone knows that 1 over 2 cubed is the same as what? 1 over 8. Then that is the final answer of the problem that I've shown you, So I hope you guys were able to understand and learn some new skills there, new things there. Those that were struggling, I hope this was something that you can be like, you know what, now I'm ready to challenge myself with any question that can come. So please try to make sure that you use every question paper that you get and practice. Whenever you get some challenges, you know where to find me, Bafetu. This is where I am, Bafetu. Okay, so let me do the last problem that can come. Yeah, the last problem that can come. So what if I have this? What if they say if 10 to the power x equals to 4, find the value of 20 to the power x all to the power 5 to the power minus x. Yeah. Now, find the value of this thing. If 10 to the power x equals to 4, I have two methods to show you. Check. You can do this like this. So we're going to say 20 to the power x over 5 to the power minus x, right? You say equals to. If I change this like 10 to the power x times 2 to the power x all divided by 5 to the power negative x. So now, what happens is that I'm going to apply what you call prime factorization. So I'm going to find the prime factors of 20. So which is basically 10 times 2, which is 10 times 2 is 20. Or you can also find what? You can also find another factor which can be 4 times 5 as well, right? It also applies there. Okay, so this is what you call prime factorization, which we are factoring it out, as we simplify. So now check. This is the same as this one. So I can say 4 times 2 to the power x all divided by 5 to the power minus x. All right. And again, I can take this one above because he's negative. So we cannot let our friend, our neighbor to be negative. Let's put them at the top. Le bona a re ba thusheng ba ye godimo, re uplifting. O mone wa thuša, ko mo thuši sesi. Love yourself as you love your neighbor as you love yourself. This is what we do. He's below. Let's give him something so that he can feel like, oh, then I'm also at the top. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna have 4 times 2 to the power x. All right, remember the dot here represents the multiplication, right? Then when he goes above, it becomes 2 to the power 5x. Then this is the same as what? 4 times, what is 2 times 5? 10. You are allowed because the exponents are the same, so you can you can multiply the bases. So I'm gonna be having 10 to the power x. So if you check this nicely, Bafethu, 10 to the power x is still what? 4. So meaning what? Meaning just you can have enough space. Meaning it's gonna be 4 times 4 where I see 10x. Then what is 4 times 4? 16. That is how you can get the answer, Bafethu. That is how you can get an answer. I hope this was a very helpful method for some. Okay, another way we can do it is this one. Don't stress. Okay, don't stress. So now let's just say we can say 4 times 5 all to the power x all divided by 5 to the power minus x. This is the same as what? 4 is the same as 2 squared when you write it simplest form. Okay, and then times 5 all to the power x all to the power, like you just see that, right? All right, good stuff. So I can see I might not have enough space. I'm gonna take it a bit down though. Then check. This is the same. I can distribute the x there using the laws of James of exponents of distribution. Then I'm gonna have 2 to the power 2x times 5 to the power x all over 5 to the power minus x. Then come back. We are continuing, all right? So this is the same as 2 to the power 2x times 5 to the power x. Let's take him above. So it's going to be times 5 to the power plus. Now it's plus. Remember, when you move the thing above, it becomes positive, right? Then check. You can apply the laws of exponents. This is the same as 2x times. This one's going to be 5x plus x, right? So I want to have enough space, Buffet. So I just want to have enough space. Then it goes, and then it's going to become what? 2 to the power 2x times 5 to the power 2x. Then this is the same as 10 to the power 2x. Okay? But then someone will be like, now I'm getting lost here. Let me show you something. Let me put you back into the light. Let there be light. God said, let there be light. There was light in the darkness. Now I want to put that light back in your life so that you can be able to see. Then check it out, Bafethu. Check it out. So this part here is the same as 10 to the power 2x is the same as what? 10 to the power x all to the power 2. Then check. Isn't this the same as 4? Thank you. It's 4. Isn't that all to the power squared? Isn't this the same as 4 times 4? Then you have 16. I was just saying. So Bafethu, I hope this was a very, very, very beautiful video for you guys to can learn how to simplify this type of problems, which will definitely come in your exam, in your test. So keep on practicing, guys. Keep on praying to God. Love you all, guys. More videos are still coming, Bafethu. All I will need you guys to do is to forget not to like, to share, to comment. Any suggestion that you guys are having, feel free to share, Bafethu.